1.1, that's spot on, okay, cool. Alright. So, 14, now we've got 14.
So this
I've got a table on the right hand side, and you can see under the word table it'll say tail width and then nose width, and so it's 3 inches from the tail, and then 6 inches from the tail, 12 inches from the tail, 18 and 24 and so on. So this table over here, as I'm playing with these points, these numbers will all change. So let me double check the tail measurement again.
Das ist so ein Börse, was man da für die Sri Lanka
So the 360, it's alright, so I'm making a chat there.
Weil im Endeffekt ist halt irgendwo ein Laden und trotzdem woanders, dass du denkst, das sieht ganz gut aus, aber ob das jetzt wirklich hundertprozentig passt,
To the nose. Yeah, so that you can see how the photographic option is actually, it's pretty accurate. Like you basically get most of the measurements to within like 3 millimeters.
So this program is actually designed, you cannot do anything except build surfboards models. It'd be pretty difficult to build anything like square, almost impossible. It's really designed to basically make boards. It's made by a guy who makes boards, and it's really work together with people who shape and want to create surfboards. So you see here these different points. These are the ones that show you where at the arc you are, and then it's kind of like when you are using Illustrator or something, you create these Bezier, or whatever that's with spoken out in French, where you can turn them and adjust the curve different, and you have all these measurements here. And in here, so basically where we are here now, if the red line tells us where we are, so this is basically a cut through here. So that is basically the area, the cut through at that point. So while Bert's moving to these points where he's creating the arc when he goes here, maybe Bert, you can do it one time here. Like when you click to here, that one, this will change, become bigger and thicker. That is actually the cut through of that one.
Oh no, that's if I click on that.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. Okay. So usually then you can see how that thickness looks there.
So that's at the point in the tail.
Right.
That's the same point in the nose. It's my rail profile and so on.
And so here it changes when he changes the thickness, it'll change
the tail.
Over there.
Yeah. Right, so I've got to get 13 and 5. I've got 13 and a quarter.
And it's also pretty costly, the program. But it's good. Somebody's definitely making some good money with it. But it's really worth it. I mean, it's definitely changed the way people build boards and design them. And yeah, like you can see, it's very easy for Bert, when with the feedback of the rider, and that's exactly what's happening right now, is what's happening with pro riders. They sit together, they have, I mean, obviously Bert would have built that board, he had the measurements inside. So like what we're trying to do with my brother, he had a board, and then, we don't need to take a photo, we just load the old one and then adjust here, and that's what we can do now. So we build you one with that feedback, we may have to build you another one. So to really, really nail it, like this is the dream magic board now. But it's pretty easy in this way to do it.
Alright, so I've just converted to inches here, but you see, so I've measured up that board here, and at the 3 inch mark, let's just move this slice. So make that a 3. Alright, so at this point here, I've measured up the old board, and it was 7 5/16, which is just here, 7 5/16, so at that 3-inch point. Then at the 12-inch mark, the board that we got here was 14 on the dot. So we see we've got 14 here at the 12-inch mark. So that's the width across here. In the centre, we've got 19 on the dot. That shows up here at this table, like 10, 19. We'll go to the thickness a little bit later.
Now that, obviously this is also a good opportunity. Like imagine you broke a board and it was a magic board. Then that would be the way to, you know, even if the shaper is dead, you go to somebody else, and that's the way Bert would kind of recreate this board. But okay, in our case now it's a different goal.
Well, I don't know, like if I'm dead, then the factory can always build another one.
Yeah, that's true.
The design's still in the system.
Yeah, that's in the system.
Right.
But yeah, it would be more difficult to figure out, okay, if you want to adjust something, make it better.
Alright, so
We can always make it worse.
So what we've done now is we've captured the outline of this board exactly. You know, and we've got all the measurements are correct at various points. Okay, so our outline's done. Next we will go to the rocker. And so, just like here, I loaded in the photo as a guide to get the outline right, and then checked a few dimensions. We're going to do the same thing with the rocker.
Fortunately, we already prepared something here for you. Yeah, I'm gonna watch some more cooking shows and then. Very nice.
Interesting.
It's exactly the same one. Did they steal it from you? Or did you steal it from them?
No, this one's got
Oh, more.
Alright, so it's got a little more rocker. It's just got a later flip. Yeah, so it's sort of flatter through the middle. Yeah, slightly flatter. But don't forget the rocker that I've got in this board is not accurate because I shortened along the board. Yeah. Alright.
But what's also cool is like in the, okay, yeah.
Is that the board you just took the photo from?
Yeah,
that
yes,
board?
that's right.
Yes.
So this is also pretty good because in this way, even Bert didn't shape this board. Now he wants to make a board for him. He can really clearly see, you know, how, with a very easy way, in fact, where we are, and then compare it to a shape that Bert has, and then now he can really decide. Well, okay, what you said didn't work, is because you know the rocker here is like this, or we need a bit more tail or less tail rocker, and so on. So it's quite easy to really talk in detail when you actually know what makes the difference. Yeah, black bottom, black background.
Yeah,
is
it's
not
tough.
perfect.
It is. It's tough.
But on your computer it must be easier to see you.
Yeah, I can. We can just pick it up. Okay, so what have we got for rocker? 2.5 in the tail, 5 1/4 in the nose. That's actually pretty good. That's a little bit, you know, it's probably a 1/4 inch more tail rocker than what I normally run on a board of that size for small surf.
Maybe you can show that overview photo, that the overview picture that it creates, and then we can see thickness and everything. It's maybe easier than the table, which only you can see. You remember what is it called? The spec sheet? Yeah, the plane, yeah. So in that, and see now this program just creates this, and it's nice. I mean, just now you know all the measurements of your board. And don't forget that the computer now makes it like this, so it looks actually way thicker and shorter than it actually really is.
Yeah, it's not too bad though, but yeah. Yeah, so you see, so here it's got 2.5 inches of tail rocker, 5 5/16 of nose. That's quite comfortable. It's a decent amount of rocker for a board that size, but not for a board of this size that's going to be used in bigger surf. You know, like generally in hollow or bigger waves, you'll run a little bit more rocker.
Is that what you want to use it in more
Yeah.
big waves? Okay.
So it's basically like a short, big wave board. But not a super big wave board, but just it's going to, you know, like the widest point is probably, I'll get out of here. Yeah, like the widest point is slightly forward, so there's roughly the widest point where that point is.
And the red line is the
The
center?
red line's the middle of the board.
Okay.
So the widest point is at 36 inches, but half of 5'10" would be 35 inches. So the widest point is about an inch forward of centre. Yeah, so that's comfortable. Alright, so thickness.
What would you call that?
Oh man, I'll tell you, that's lined up really well. Okay. Alright.
Is that more of a staged rocker or?
I'll soon tell you. I'm about to pull up something called a curve analyzer. All right.
Okay.
So this, there's a little bit of a. Okay, so this red line underneath, what that tells me, whenever the line is straight, so this line down here,
Is
that
that
helps me to
continuous?
analyse a curve. So if that line